What's going on, everybody? It is Dot Bets. We're checking back in. We have our Week 11 on the Dot Show coming at you live. We got free picks, we have free props, and we will first and foremost go over DFS lineups. What's up, Justin? It is time. Any late breaking news? Make sure you guys throw that in the chat. I think everybody knows Lamar Jackson is out with the injury or the illness or whatnot. So wishing him a speedy recovery. I know both of the linemen for the Saints are out. Same with Kamara. That was to be expected. Murray news hasn't been announced yet. If it has, let me know. Any other ones, just throw them in the chat. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. And then these are right behind me. We got matchbets.com. You can use code DB100 and you can get a 100% sign-up bonus with matchbets.com. Head-to-head sports wagering with less juice. Basically what it is, come here, Washington football team versus Panthers, wager placed on the under 43. All you have to do is beat this guy, bet the other side, and you are good, over 43. So matchbets.com is where you should definitely go. We got some questions flowing in. What's up, Justin? What's up, Charles? Let's look real quick. Justin, Bateman or Arnold full PPR? I think I'm gonna go Arnold there. With no Lamar, I'm gonna trust Arnold there. Who anytime touchdown do you like for the Packers? Charles R. Yeah, the obvious one is Devontae Adams. I think he scores. I think you could have him even score twice in that game. I like him a ton today. You can also go safe and go A.J. Dillon. I think he gets in there as well. Those two are the pretty safest bets there. And then right behind me, this is props.cash. I use them all the time. I tag them in every dang tweet that I do. You can get 10% off of a subscription for the annual membership, which I think is $199 for all of their sports, NFL, NBA, NHL, and MLB. So 10% off. All you'd have to do is code .bets to go there. So I use these guys religiously with prop betting or whatnot. If you guys have been following my NBA props, have been pretty dang good. These guys help me a shit ton. So let's get into the DFS. So I'll show you guys all my exposures here real quick. I use Occupy Fantasy, as you guys can see with the logo below. These guys are absolutely awesome. Co-founder last night actually won like 130,000. Brian Jester won 130,000 on MMA. So kudos to him. Shout out to him. Absolutely kills it. So check these guys out. Occupy Fantasy. But no, if you guys have tuned into any of the YouTube videos, we knew that this is going to be a potential lock button slate like it was last week, and we have it right here. So Jeff Wilson is my lock button, and then my other exposure is heavily on A.J. Dillon. So he's about in half of our lineups. So Wilson and Dillon, and then I got Mark Ingram at 45%. And I'll show you a couple of my lineups that I got here shortly. The biggest defenses that I like, Browns, Panthers, and the Bears. Probably Browns is going to be anywhere between, I'd probably say 15 to 25%. They should be very heavily on against Tim Boyle. And then my top stacks are going to be KC, Dallas, always. You have to do that. KC, Dallas, and then you have the Raiders and the Bengals is another game stack. And then I'm going to do one, which is like a 3x1. So I did away with the Green Bay, Minnesota stack that I had probably in my YouTube videos. And I went 3x1 Bills, and I brought it back with either Jonathan Taylor or with Michael Pittman on the Colts side. So I really like that game. I think it's going to be a little bit closer than people think, just because of the good old rivalry that they have. So what's up, Seymour? Hope you're hunting a little bit. Hopefully you're successfully hunting this weekend. Pollard, Mooney, Dan Arnold at flex, full PPR, or Jeff Wilson. It's a no-brainer there. Jeff Wilson, Corey. 100% Jeff Wilson. He's my heaviest exposure of the weekend. His props, let me show you real quick. This is what got me very interested in Jeff Wilson, is because I go running backs, his rush attempts, and it sits at over 19 and a half. I mean, that's a good chunk right there. So you know he's going to get heavy exposure. So I just think it was a no-brainer there. You got to go Wilson. Shanahan loves. He's been used in this offense before. He's not a stranger to it. So I look for him to go in and absolutely crush it today against. I know the Jags defense has been a little bit better, but I really, really like him as well. All right, so keep those questions flowing. If we have any other DFS questions, let me know. We're going to go ahead and get to the props in bets. All right. Recap of last week. We went 3-2 for plus 0.9 units. We are inching our way back to the positive side. We had a good little stretch there, about four weeks in a row from week 5 to 8 that sucked, and we will get back to the winning ways this week and look to get our third straight winning week in the books. First one, we're going to go Eagles minus 2.5. I believe this line still is at 2.5. Really, really like this spot for Philadelphia. They get Miles Sanders back, which was we didn't know if he was going to be back or not when I took this play before. I just kind of had a little hunch that he would be. And then if you guys looked at the live stream or recapped that, this position we talked about this on live stream with Azim. Eagles have pretty much found their identity as a team and have since capitalized on that. We were on this Eagles team last week in Denver. Thought it was a great spot to get him there. I think this is an even better spot for him at home against a beat-up Saints team. I know Taysom Hill's back, but like I said before on the stream, you got two of the top offensive tackles, offensive linemen for the Saints out, and Fletcher Cox should absolutely dominate against Trevor Siemian. And this offense the Saints offense just lacks firepower. I just don't know how they're going to move the football. Taysom's going to have a gadget play. Ingram's been decent, but there's not an explosive player. They had Deontay Harris, but he's been okay. Then they have Callaway and Stills. It's just an offense that I like to pick on a lot, and I like the Eagles here. Devontae Smith has been a resurgence. You look for those guys, rookie wide receivers, top draft picks wide receivers on the back end of the season usually perform very well. So I like him to continue his success the rest of the year. And then, if you just go QB versus QB, I'm taking Jalen Hurts over Trevor Siemian every single day. So that's where I'm leaning here. Win by a field goal, we cover, and we move on. So I like that, this position a lot with the Eagles. Justin, I'm hungover. What's up? Yeah. But Julio is still on IR, right? Yeah. Yeah, Julio's definitely on IR. Why? Why do you ask that? Next one, we got Browns, minus 12. This one I'm pretty much piggybacking on Azim's play from Friday. I like this position a lot more looking into it. Great bounce back spot for the Browns when they got absolutely embarrassed by the Patriots last week. If you looked more into the Patriots-Browns game, Bill Belichick is designed to beat up on teams like the Browns, and he just absolutely demolished them. So they get Chubb back on the Browns side. I don't know how effective he's going to be. I'm ultimately fading him in my DFS lineups just because of the concern that he's maybe splitting carries with Dearness now. I know he's always been splitting carries with Kareem Hunt, but you never know how guys come back from that COVID list. And so just to be safe, I'm fading him in DFS, but I really, really like the matchup against the worst team against the run, or the second to worst team against the run. The Jets are the worst. But you got Chubb, you got Dearness. Baker's getting a little bit more healthy. And if you watched the Lions-Steelers game last week, that was the high point. That was the absolute high point that you can't go any higher than that. They're not gonna beat anybody else the rest of the season. You're really gonna go downhill from there. So I like the Browns to cover here by 2 touchdowns for sure. Should be a blowout. 31-14, 31-10, something around those lines here. Marcus Johnson booming, I hope. Yeah, he's the direct sub to Julio, so I can see it right there, but it's just not an offense that I particularly like, outside of A.J. Brown. Next one we got Texans +10. I know Seymour is going to be really, really pissed to see this one. I've been fading the Titans a little bit this season, and I'm okay. You know, this game right here is just a perfect, absolute spot for the Texans. The Titans are going to have a little bit of a letdown. They play the Patriots next week. It's kind of that perfect scheduling system in the NFL where it just, you don't think this could happen, and it's going to happen. Because the Titans are obviously, what are they, 9-2 or 8-2, and one of the best teams in the AFC, if not the best. But this is a great letdown spot. Tyrod is back. He's got another bye week under his belt. He's going to be coming out there and be his competitive self, and I look for him to put up a good game here. And I have Brandon Cooks in my prop section right after this. I like his spot today as well. But no, the Titans. I'm just going to fade them here as favorites, just thinking they're going to have a letdown spot. Basically, plain and simple here. So Vrabel-led Titans teams are 13, 18-1 against the spread. That's courtesy of Action Network. Shout out to the guys over there. They do great work. But yeah, don't turn the stream off just because I gave you guys the Texans. Let me know if you guys like that spot or not. A little bit of a dog, a little contrarian right there. And then the prop bets. So, like I said, Brandon Cooks over 5.5 receptions, +100. I don't know what that is right now. Odds-wise, I took that last night. So I will see what it is in a little bit here. Like that a lot. I'll show it to you guys on props.cash as well. He's done very, very well, especially when Tyrod Taylor is the quarterback. Then you got McCaffrey over 46.5 reception yards with Cam back. These guys are going to go back to their old ways. As long as CMC's hamstring does not pop up, this is too low. It should be in the 50s. Whenever CMC was rolling, this was never in the 40s. It's always 50s and 60s because he's that utilized. I think he caught 10 or 12 passes last week. So absolutely love CMC until they correct all those props and just take advantage of it right now. Myles Gaskin, anytime touchdown, +150. I say this is the best value running back anytime touchdown of the slate. These are the RB1 there. Just not very good in my opinion, but he's playing against the Jets, which this game has like a sneaky shootout feel to it. I know that Joe Flacco is on the other side, but for whatever reason, I'm just thinking this could go over and have a little bit more scoring than people think. But I like Gaskins against the worst rush defense at +150. If you look at any other running back against an easy opponent, they're going to be -120, -115, -110, maybe even -120 or 130. So you're going to get the best value here with Myles Gaskin. I like that position a lot, +150. So let me know if you guys are tailing, fading any of these props. Justin says, I like it, but no, I won't be putting my money on the fucking Texans. Hey, that's going to be one of those sloppy, stupid NFL games that everyone's like, how the hell is this close? And it ends up being within a field goal, within a touchdown, won't be a double digits. So Texans +10 all day long. So let me know. I'll go through these if someone came in a little bit late. So we got the Eagles -2.5. Then we got the Browns -12. So we have a double-digit favorite. And then we have a double-digit dog. Like these spots. Let's go 6-0 for the first time all season. Let's go 6-0. How about that? Gaskin, anytime touchdown. McCaffrey over 46.5 receiving yards. Brandon Cooks over 5.5 receptions. So those are those plays here. I'm going to look at the lines. If you guys have any questions over anything else, let me know. I'll be here for probably another 5 minutes or so before we get after it. Always love Sunday mornings. The optimism is always at its highest, and then 2 o'clock rolls around, and you're probably pissed off at the TV, wondering why the hell you didn't have that guy in your lineups or whatnot. But I love Sunday morning. The optimism is so high, as me and Seymour always say. So the Eagles move to -3, so I'd still take that. No problem there. You're still getting it with a good number there. Let's see. Browns move to 13. I'm still okay there. I think it's going to be a 2-touchdown cover. Maybe just dial back a half unit or so. And then Texans, look at this little line moving for us. Plus 9.5. There we go. So if you got plus 10, good for you. But plus 9.5 isn't terrible. I think it's going to be within a touchdown. I honestly do. Look for Tyrod to have a sneaky game. Where's this Dolphins Jets game? So yeah, it did tick up a little bit. So it's at 45. Yesterday it was at 44. So it is ticking up just a little bit of action on the over here. Charles, does Jonathan Taylor continue his TD streak? Great question there. The toughest matchup for sure on paper for against this Bills defense on the road. I do believe he does score today, though. Revenge factor is in the back of the Colts' mind here. You have the wild card game they played last season against the Bills, where they were up and then they blew it. I think that's the case. Just a revenge narrative here. Jonathan Taylor's been the running back one for like 7 weeks now. Absolutely, I believe he gets a touchdown today. Got a feeling we're going to be popping champagne today. I hope so. I'm going to have some little touchdown parlays. If you guys want in the free Discord, hit the home page on the Twitch and click the Discord. You'll get right in. It's free to join. I put 2 lotto ticket touchdown parlays in there every single Sunday. We've hit one in week 2, which had a nice little spike week, won over, I think, $1,200 we won, and then have gotten close, and I believe week 11 is the week we're going to hit 1 or 2 of them this week, so I like that. So Justin did say, yeah, it was the wild card matchup. I do believe that. So let's look at props.cash real quick. Let's look at Taylor just real quick. Yeah, keep your questions coming. Like I said, if I got here about 5, but let's go 2 or 3 more minutes, and let's see the Colts Buffalo game. So 73.5, and then this is his anytime touchdown. So it's minus 120. He's gotten it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games in a row. Absolutely insane. Very tough to do in the NFL. He is the bell cow back there. I do believe he can definitely get there. Let's see if there's any running back lines versus the Bills. Let's see. They thought they may have it. Nope, don't have it. Yeah, the only thing is a very, very tough matchup with the Bills defense on the road. But I just think that revenge narrative solidifies that position that I would take him here. So let's look at CMCs. Where are we at? Washington, Carolina. We're going to go Christian McCaffrey. So, interesting part about CMC. Last week he was plus 125, didn't score. This week he's minus 125. So, thinking with Cam Newton around the red zone, maybe he gets in a little bit here and there. But reception yards, this is the reason here. 46.5. He's hit that 4 out of 5 times this season. This line is simply too low. It needs to be closer to like 55, in my opinion. You're getting a huge value here, especially with Cam Newton being the quarterback. If it was PJ Walker, I'd be a little bit concerned. But with Cam back, they're going to go back to their old ways and absolutely dominate. So I like CMC here. And then let's look at Brandon Cooks before we get out of here. And the reason why I took that position. Who we got? With my good old Texans bet here. Receptions. So he's hit this in 5 of 9. And early on in the season, that's when Tyrod was there. He was absolutely cashing in on those. However, he hadn't hit those without Tyrod. Then when Tyrod back against Miami, he hit 6 here. So it's actually went to minus 115. So nice little CLV there at plus 100 that I got yesterday. So I like that position here. With Brandon Cooks over 5.5 receptions, I'd still take it at minus 115. You guys can see like the pass breakdown here. It's at 27, so they're one of the least. they just suck at defending the pass there. Let's see, Brandon Cooks' lines. And then if you look, so this is the unique part. I'm going to move my face real quick. I'm just going to put it in the middle. But if you look over here, it shows every single player that's hit over their reception total. And that gives you pretty good data. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of like the 30 people that they have here have not hit their total there. So I like Brandin Cooks. He's the focal point of that offensive attack. I like for him to get 6+ receptions this evening. So I like him a lot. If you guys have any questions, get in the Discord and ask me there, and then I'll answer anything that you guys have, or hit me up on Twitter at @bets. As always, I appreciate you guys tuning in, and let's go 6-0, and let's have a hell of a day and a nice little Sunday for Week 11. So appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll see you.